Hey, Kate,
Yes, Victoria.
why do the French eat snails?
Ugh. Well, that noise sounded very French. Ugh.
Yeah.
um Misprint on a menu that no one was able to correct.
Um, so that's one option.
Okay.
Uh, they don't like fast food.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Good, right? Yeah.
Why don't they eat tortoise? Oh.
Cause um yeah, I'll get back to you on that.
I should have said because they're bad hunters. And snails are
Oh,
easy to catch.
that's good. I'll insult the French any day. So that works.
If you could edit it to make it sound like I was really quick. It was like, I know, because
Yeah.
fuck the French and their
Yeah.
hunting abilities.
Or just like fuck the French in general. That works for me. Hi, welcome to Everything's Dumb. My name is Victoria.
I'm Kate.
Today, Kate, we're going to talk about superstitions.
Super.
Yes. And all of the stitions
Not just the normal stitions.
No, the super ones exclusively.
Nice.
Yes. So we will get to that. But first, we're going to tell a little tale of an adventure that we had last weekend.
Yep.
So
part of the reason why we didn't record last week.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
So last Friday, we went down to Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
You and Brian and me went down to Hollywood to a bar called Scum and Villainy.
Yes.
Which is a Star Wars themed cantina.
Yes. An unofficial Star Wars bar, which is why it's not called the Star Wars bar.
Yeah. But it's a really fun bar. They have really good drinks. Mm-hmm. It's cute. It's fun. We have been there a few times in the past. Every single time I've been there, it has been absolutely packed.
Yeah.
This time it was not absolutely packed. So that was a very nice.
We went nice and early,
surprise.
Which was nice.
Yeah. We had a really good time.
Mm-hmm.
Had a really good time.
Apparently.
Drank a lot of. I drank a lot of tequila. I think you were drinking whiskey.
Yeah. I feel like we only had 3 though, right? Is that accurate?
From what I recall. But I definitely pre-gamed.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like I pre-gamed. I don't think I pre-gamed very hard. It was very confusing how.
I don't know.
Maybe they were very strong drinks.
Maybe they were
sitting at the bar.
Yeah.
And maybe you get a little preferential treatment if you're sitting at the bar and not being annoying.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was just early enough that they were like loading up the. I don't know.
Yeah, they just weren't annoyed yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got there and so it was a party for one of Brian's friends and we got there and he immediately started talking to all his friends and then you and I instantly just tucked ourselves into the corner at the bar.
Like there's 2 seats open at the bar and we need drinks. Let's go.
We talked to each other for about 3 hours?
Yeah, something like that. 3 drinks at least.
Yeah. At the very end we joined the group. But yeah, so then we made our way back up to North Hollywood, which is where we live, in a Lyft, I believe. Mm-hmm. Someone called the Lyft. Mm-hmm. Very generous of them. Mm-hmm. And then I woke up the next day. Wait, no. I woke up at, 4 a.m.?
5 something, probably.
I woke up like 3 hours later to a text from you.
Yep.
Saying I left my phone in the Uber. And then you immediately said, wait, Brian just told me that I called the Uber. Never mind.
So you were generous enough to offer, like, I can get the Ubers tonight. And so you called the Uber to get down there.
Yeah, we are so generous. Look at us.
I know. But you called the Uber to get down there.
Yes.
Because The amount that you spend on an Uber versus the amount that we would have spent on parking is about the same.
Well, Hollywood, I mean, it's so busy that there's no little side street where you can just park.
There are cash only lots that start about $25.
Yeah, fuck that.
But then, like, obviously you have to, at least whoever's driving in the party has to watch what they drink, how much they drink.
Did Brian drink?
I don't know. I think he did. He had the option to. I think he did. I think he had at least one.
I was just so focused on what you and I were up to.
Yeah, I mean, that's all that really mattered. But, so yes. So you ordered the Uber down there.
Yeah.
Because it's stupid to try to drive to Hollywood anyway.
Yeah.
And then parking in Hollywood is also stupid and expensive. And it's just as easy and cheap to Uber. So you Ubered down. That you said that you were going to get the Ubers for the night, and I think I at one point objected, and I was like, "You don't need to get both Ubers." And so you Ubered down there, and then I think I just at some point like called the Lyft while we were in the bar. Like we had kind of decided, like, yeah, we should probably go home because Brian had to work the next day, so like we weren't. And again, we got down there at like 8 or something like that. It was a pretty early night, and so when we decided to go, I was just like, okay, I'll just call this. Apparently, I don't remember this part, but this is just how I probably thought. And then got in the Lyft and came back home. Just the three of us, all getting dropped off to the same apartment complex, and got out of the Lyft. Have a good night, goodbye. And then we went inside. And did you come in for a minute at our place and have another drink or something?
I came into your apartment.
That's right.
You poured me. And I know this. Oh my God. I feel like we spoke a month or two ago about how we don't actually drink that much, but on the podcast, we're always telling stories about.
No, I think it was that we don't drink every day. That was the thing.
Oh.
Was that I was saying that when it was the weekend and then trivia night and then Christmas Eve and then Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
And then the weekend again and then New Year's Eve. And it was like every single day is just like, well, I could drink today. Oh, I could have a glass of wine. Whereas during the week, we do not. But on the weekends, we can go hard. Apparently.
We can and we do.
Apparently.
So, yeah, the next day I found a photo on my phone of a tall glass, like a pint glass, like a 16-ounce glass. I took a photo of this glass on your coffee table that had some kind of like red liquid in it. And I was like, I guess I went into Kate's last night and she made me a drink. And then I went into my kitchen. So this was the next morning. I went into my kitchen and that full cocktail with the straw, the glass straw and everything was in my fridge.
That's where my glass is.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I meant to give that back.
All week I've been like putting my dishes away in the morning and I've been like, I'm missing one of the like the glasses with the little lines in it.
Sorry. Yeah, it's upstairs in my cupboard.
That's really funny.
I forgot.
You just took the whole thing upstairs and then just put it in your
Well, I think what happened...
I'll drink this in a minute. And then you just passed out.
I'm assuming what happened is that I came in...
Why is this not like a CSI show? Why is there not like, let's try to dissect what happened? It's just people being blackout drunk. 3 drinks at the bar. And we're like, I'm pretty sure if I cross-examine the splatter.
Well, the forensics are that I think I went into your apartment. Probably we got home and you guys live on the first floor. So to get to my apartment, I have to walk past your door.
Right.
So I think we all walked to your door. And then one of you was probably like, come in for a minute. So I probably came in. And I tasted that drink the next day. It was strong. I think I sat down and we were going to watch, some Bob's Burgers or some Ghosts or whatever. And then you handed me just half a cup of tequila with like some juice in it. Mm-hmm. I probably tasted it and was like, oh, I'm already drunk. I don't need this.
Yeah.
And so I probably just marched on upstairs. Like I probably was like, you know what? Never mind. I'm just going to go to bed. So I just took it upstairs with me and popped it in the fridge like a responsible adult. But then the great thing is that I fully washed my face. I washed off all my makeup. I washed my face. I did my skincare, like blackout drunk.
Yeah.
Went to bed, fell asleep. And then when I woke up to your texts about your phone, I remembered that we were going to record later in the day. So I got up and like put my hair in rollers so that it would look nice later in the day. And then I went back to bed and I tried to fall asleep. But, you know, once I'm awake, I'm awake. So,
yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, you had texted me saying that you didn't have your phone.
Yes.
And you were texting from your iPad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank God for all of this technology.
My iPad is not connected to my phone. Like they're not, because I am out of space or whatever. So it's not like synced. But from my iPad, I can still text and receive text from other Apple products. So like I can't text Brian because he has a stupid phone, but I can text anybody that has like an actual iPhone.
Okay.
And receive text messages from
it
iPhones.
It was showing up as like your name.
Yep.
Which I think when I text people from my laptop, I think it shows up as my email address.
Yes.
Yeah, which is very strange.
Yes.
But anyway, so we were just, you and I were going back and forth about like where your phone is, blah, blah, blah. And then go ahead.
Yeah. So my side of this is that I remember coming home. I'm sure like Minnie was crying at the door. And so I was like, we got to go inside right now. Like we can't stand outside and talk. So I was just like, come in and let's finish our conversation or whatever. And then I'm sure that I made you a very strong drink. And then after you left, Brian and I just passed out on the couch. And so I woke up at like 4 something in the morning and was like, oh God, I got to wash my face and like go to bed and everything. And so in part of my like going to bed routine is putting my phone on the charger because I don't sleep with my phone in my bedroom. I sleep with my phone out in the living room and I always plug it in at night.
Good for you.
I mean, I still have my iPad next to me and my Apple Watch on, but
so you're just as gross as the rest of us.
Well, I don't. I just do that so that I don't. I started that. Actually, I don't know. I guess I think I started that before the pandemic and I kept it up in the pandemic. And I was so happy because I heard of so many people that were just like, I just wake up and I'm in bed and I scroll for 3 hours. And I at least scroll on the couch. Like I at least get out of my bed, go get my phone in the living room and then sit down on the couch and I'm a piece of shit for 3 hours. But like the actual like getting up and out of bed thing is just something that a habit that I formed a long time ago. And I was just like, I have to keep doing this. Plus then when people are like, oh my God, I texted you late. I'll be like, I didn't hear it. It was out in the living room. But,
it makes so much sense now.
And so I, at 4 something in the morning was looking for my phone on the couch and around the couch and in the kitchen, in the bathroom, in the bed, wherever I could have found it, and couldn't find it anywhere. And then in my drunken state thought like, oh, Victoria was calling all the Ubers tonight. She must have, because the thing is I didn't have a receipt. You know how like after you close out of an Uber or a Lyft or something, they email you a receipt? I didn't have a receipt because I never finished the ride because I didn't have my fucking phone.
Oh.
So I couldn't find my phone and then I didn't have a receipt from Uber or Lyft. So that's why I texted you and I was like, oh shit, I left my phone in your Uber. Like, can you contact your driver? And that's when Brian was like, no, you were the one that called. He was the most sober out of all of us. He was like, you were the one that called the Uber. You were the one. And so I went into, how did I figure this out? I think I went on my watch and was able to find a text that said like, your driver is here. He'll be leaving in 5 minutes or something like that. And I was like, oh, fuck. So that's when I texted you again. And I was like, because I didn't want you to wake up and see it and then start looking for stuff.
Yeah.
And so that's when I texted you again. And I was like, never mind. I was the one that called the Uber. I'm an idiot. And then I felt so bad when you texted back and I was like, no, because I thought that you always slept with your phone on silent or whatever.
I normally, so I have it automatically I have it set to automatically turn on, like do not disturb at like 11 p.m. But if I'm out and about and I notice that my phone, if I notice that the do not disturb has already turned on, I'll just go ahead and turn it off.
Gotcha.
And I think we were out past 11. Yeah. So I probably just turned it off so that I would still get notifications. And then when I got home, I just forgot to turn it. It's totally fine. And also, you know, I don't sleep very well in general. And then also if I've had a few drinks, I definitely don't sleep well.
Yeah.
So if you texted me and woke me up at like 4 a.m., I'm sure I would have woken up at like 5:30 anyway.
Yeah.
So Don't feel bad.
Okay.
At all.
Well, it was a long, because I couldn't figure out if it was Uber or Lyft was the thing, because I use both. It just depends on like whatever is
One
cheaper,
of them is
or
usually cheaper than the other.
And if you open both at the same time, sometimes one's more expensive, and then you open the other app and it's still expensive, and then you go back to the first app and it's like, oh, the price has dropped.
Like, ooh, I wonder why.
Funny. So I couldn't figure it, because all the text said was like, your driver has arrived. They will be leaving in 5 minutes. And I'm like, that could be either. And so I was trying to use, because I don't have Uber and Lyft downloaded on my iPad. Why the fuck would I need them on my iPad? And so I was trying to download them, but then they're both like, well, we will send you a text to get your phone. And I'm like, motherfuckers, I'm trying to log in because I don't have my phone. But then I was actually, because I knew I wouldn't be able to get the text on my iPad, but I was able to get it on my watch.
Oh, yeah.
So with using that, I was able to log in. And then one of the first things I did was I realized that I have Find My iPhone on my iPad.
Mm-hmm.
That is the one thing that is linked, is Find My iPhone. So I went on there and I was able to see that my phone was in Sun Valley or Pomona or Panoramic City or something like that. Like in the valley, which Uber drivers around Los Angeles can come from all over. People will drive from like an hour away to come to LA to do Uber, because it's so easy to pick up rides, because everyone in this fucking city. Yeah, exactly. And so if you live out in the middle of nowhere where you could get like 4 rides a night, you can get 4 rides in a fucking hour here, very easily. So I was very relieved. I mean, I assumed at that point, I hoped at that point that like, okay, this is still in the Uber driver's car. The worst case scenario is like if the next rider found it and kept it.
Yeah.
Because the other thing about my phone is that my phone has like a little slot in the back where I keep my credit card and my debit card and my driver's license and my backup credit card right now. And so that was all in there. So I went on Find My iPhone. I saw that it was at like an address, and I could see like the battery power and stuff. It literally tells you like the address too.
Yeah.
Like I had this person's address, and I was like, okay, it's not moving. And I checked my bank accounts, and I was like, nobody's charged anything. Like, hopefully this is just in the Uber driver's car, and I'm not going to like freak out and cancel everything and like try to do whatever until, because there's also an option you can make it make a noise. Like you can make your phone make a noise, which I'm going to use next time that I lose my phone in my apartment.
Yeah.
Because there's so many times where I'm just like, where the fuck did I put it? But you can actually make it make a noise with this thing. And
you can do that with your watch too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I just was playing around with it on my iPad. Once I figured out where it was, and I figured out that I had taken a Lyft, and I went on there, and there was a thing. There's actually a thing, because there's like lost item or something. But then you like fill out all your information for them to text you.
Yeah.
And so there's literally one that just says, I left my phone, in which they can be like, is there a different number we can text you? Because otherwise it's just going to like go to your regular contact information. And guess what? I'm not going to be able to answer that.
Yeah.
So I filled all of that out, and then it sent me to like a chat, and it said, your driver has been asked to look for your item. You can chat in here like any relevant information or whatever. This was at like 5:36 in the morning. And so I was like, this person's asleep.
Yeah.
Like if they were driving at night, they went home and they're sleeping during the day, or at least for a part of the day. And so I just kind of like went back to sleep. I kept checking it. I was like, it's still at the same address. It's not moving. It's like nothing's being charged. Like hopefully this will just be fine. And so I did try to go back to sleep and got a couple more hours, and then woke up at like 9 or 10 something, and then just kept waiting, like looking for the update, not seeing anything. And then I think at like 11 something a.m., I was like, okay, I'm officially impatient. And unless this person drove until like 6 in the morning, they should be up by now. And so there was even a thing on there that said like, this has been taking a while. You can contact Lyft support directly. And so I did that, and I said like, hey, this has been taking a while. I need help. And then right when I did that, there was a thing that updated that said, your driver has located the phone. And then another thing immediately that said, your driver has returned the phone.
Yeah. So I was also getting those messages.
Yeah.
Because
you were my contact phone number.
Yeah.
Because
when it said like, is there another number we can reach you at? Kate put in my number. So I was also getting those messages. And I, as we keep saying, I live right above Kate. And I was also doing laundry. So I kept like walking up and down the stairs. Yeah. And then I saw that it said that they had returned it. And I like came and knocked on your door.
Yeah.
And then I immediately texted you saying like, it's me, I'm outside, because I didn't want you to get your hopes up that it was the driver with your phone. But I was like, how is that possible?
Yeah.
How did they already return it? And also, I was thinking he knew, like, when we came back, you would have put in the address of the building, but you wouldn't have put your apartment number.
Right. So how does he know
how would he return it? He wouldn't just come knock on everyone's door.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and the things, too, in the instructions, it was like, as soon as the driver locates it, you can coordinate a time to meet or whatever, and they can deliver. And then there was also this thing where this will cost like $20 that goes straight to the driver for their time for looking for your lost phone. Totally worth it. I've never been more willing to pay $20 for something in my life. If you are going to return my phone to me, absolutely $20 for it. Yeah. Sure. So because they found it and then they returned it, I got charged the $20 that I know went straight to them. And I'm like, okay, where's my phone though?
Yeah.
Like you said, you found it, but like I never got it back. So then I contacted Lyft support and I was like, hey, the driver said that they returned my phone, but I have had no contact with them. They found it, but I have not received it back. Yeah. And you were at that point saying like, this guy's a liar. I was like, or he hit a button twice because I imagine that there's like a thing on the screen that says like, I found it. And then you hit it. And then there's another thing that says, I returned it. And then you hit it. And so I was like, if he just hit it twice, like after you say returned it, I'm sure it closes out and it's like, well, this is done now. And so you wouldn't have any way to like contact me or anything. So that's why I was like, can you please get in contact with him? And then the person at Lyft support was like, this was all through chat, but they were like, oh yeah, we'll have him contact you as soon as as soon as we can get a hold of him. Thank you so much. And I was like, do you need a phone number to contact me? Like, do you understand that I'm not going to be able to answer my phone that you have on file? And then they were like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Can you give us a phone number? I was like, yes. Do you not understand that like, we'll let you know as soon as we can contact him? Cool. How are you going to let me know? He has my phone.
Yeah.
So very quickly, like within a couple of minutes, he called you.
Yes.
Your phone number.
Yes.
And I could hear him over the phone. He seemed very nice. He was like, it's okay. Everything's fine. I have your phone. I have everything here. Like, I'm sure he saw in the back, like, oh, there's an ID. There's a credit card. There's never like, he probably thought that we were freaking the fuck out.
Yeah. It was very nice.
The only reason I wasn't freaking out is because, again, at 11 a.m., it's at the same fucking address.
Right.
And so I think like right around 11, like right before he messaged and did the whole like, oh, I found it and stuff, I wrote on there something like, please let me know if you need me to make the phone make a noise so it'll be easier for you to find.
Yeah. Like in case it like fell under the seat of his car or something.
And like also letting him know like, I can see on my iPhone or like on my Find My Phone. And then I think even when I was talking to Lyft support, like I said, hey, let him know that I can come to his address because I can see it on Find My iPhone.
Yeah.
So I could just come to him and I know where the fuck you are, motherfucker. So if he tries to take my phone, I know exactly where he and I was telling Lyft support, like I can see it on Find My iPhone.
Yeah.
And then I found a feature on there, which I did not know existed because I've never done this before. But there's a feature on there where you can put a message on your lock screen to send to the person that has your phone.
Yeah.
So you can like put your phone in like lost mode where it like locks certain things that even if someone was able to get into your phone, they wouldn't be able to access. A lot of it's like your banking information. I'm like, cool, my cards are physically in the back of the phone. That doesn't really do anything for me.
Right.
But like a lot of stuff will be like locked or whatever. And the lock screen can say whatever. You can write a message and then you can there's even a spot for like leave an alternate phone number because obviously they know that you're not going to be able to be called to your phone number. And so I think I wrote on that thing, like, let me know if you need me to come to your address and pick this up or something, like still trying to drive
exactly
home. Like,
where you are.
I can see you. I know your address.
Yeah.
And so, but it wasn't even that type of a situation because like you said, he was very nice.
Yeah.
At first it was
he wasn't like trying to pawn it, or he wasn't being shady. It was obviously it was an accident on your part, but then he was, it was the perfect situation. He was so nice and understanding. He was not sketchy at all.
Yeah.
Like it was fine.
Yeah. 5 stars.
Some people, exactly. But like some people could be like that. And they could find a phone in the car and pawn it or whatever, and then be like, she didn't leave it in my car.
What?
Yeah.
Maybe my next rider took it. Yeah.
Right. But yeah, he was really nice.
And at first we were like, I was just so set on like, we can come to you. And so you were nice enough to be like, I'll drive and we can go get it.
Yeah.
And so you offered that. And then he was like, oh yeah, I'm about to leave my apartment, but I'll be back in by 5 p.m. And this was at like 11 or 30 in the morning. And we were like,
yeah.
Okay. And you were like, is that okay? And I was like, I mean, I don't have a choice, right? And so that's when you're like, all right, we'll just come around then. Just like, let me know. And that's when he was like, well, where are you guys? And you were like, well, we're in North Hollywood, which is, if you're in Sun Valley or Panorama City or something, like that is north of North Hollywood.
Yes.
So to do anything in Los Angeles, you are passing by North Hollywood. Yeah. Like you're going right past our apartment.
You'll hop on the freeway to come south to LA.
Yes.
And you will go right
past.
The freeway goes through North Hollywood.
Yes.
So to get to us on your way down into Hollywood or LA or wherever you want to go,
very easy.
All you have to do is hop off the freeway and come right to our apartment. So he was so nice. He did that. He came to us.
And then he got another $20.
And Kate gave him $20
$20 cash. And I was like, this is so like, it was worth $20 to have you find it and keep it safe and like not be fucking sketchy and weird about it. But then also like if you're going to deliver it, and he was here in like what, 15 minutes?
Yeah, like 20.
Faster than ordering
he was
pizza.
Like, I'm leaving my house. I see that, and I gave him our address, and he was like, oh, it says it's 18 minutes away, so I'll be there in like 20 minutes. And I think he showed up in about 20 minutes.
Yeah. And then I was able to watch on the Find My iPhone. I was like, he's moving.
Yeah.
I could just see it coming towards me.
Which is such a relief.
So nice.
Because, not only are phones so expensive, but also it has so much information in there.
Yeah.
Even if you have your phone linked up to the iCloud or I sound like such a grandma, like whatever that stuff is called. If you get if you have to like spend the money on a phone, you can technically download all the new stuff, but just setting up a new phone is such a hassle.
Well, and like I said, I would have to get a new debit card.
Yeah, you would have had to replace
a new ID.
Your driver's license is such a pain in the butt.
Fuck that.
Which I currently don't know where my license is. So.
Oh yeah, we could have talked about that too. But like, let's talk about how you lost your phone and not how I lost my ID.
But I didn't lose it that night.
No.
Because the next night we went to an arcade bar that we go to all the time, and I had my ID that night and my credit card because that's how I bought drinks and that's how I got into the bar with my ID. And since then I have not been able to find it.
Okay.
So it's not in the bag that I had that night. Is it possible that it like fell out? I mean, it has my name on it. Doesn't have my address. It doesn't have my current address. It has 4 apartments ago.
Oh.
Actually, yeah, maybe I'll go check.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, they could mail it to you if they find your ID, but if they don't have your current address, then
don't do that.
Then they're mailing it to the wrong place.
Darn. Okay, I'm gonna go there and ask. I just assumed I brought it home with me, but I don't know. I'll find it at some point in my life.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. So that was an
eventful weekend.
It was.
I lost my phone. You lost your ID.
Yeah.
Cool.
It was fun though. I mentioned in the last episode when we were talking about how I'm gonna be cat sitting for Minnie Mouse, little mini baby. I mentioned something about a glow stick, and that's that I found in my bathroom.
And that made me feel a little bit better when I was like, I can't believe I left my phone on the back of an Uber. I didn't even remember we took my Lyft home, and then like what, 2 nights ago, you're like, why is there a glow stick in my bathroom? And I was like, from that same night, you got it at the bar.
Yeah,
I just threw mine away.
We went on a Friday night, and then I think I texted you on like the
Thursday
next
night?
Thursday night, and I was with you. I came down to hang out with you for like a few hours on Thursday after work, and then I went back upstairs, and like an hour later, I found it, and I texted you, and I was like, "Why is there a glow stick in my bathroom?" And you were like, "You got it at the bar." I was like, "What?" So I think that it must have been at the end of the night.
Yeah.
I think that's when we joined the group.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember getting it like from the bartender or anything.
Yeah. No.
This really makes it sound like we have drinking problems. I don't even think we drank that much.
That's what I'm saying. We had 3 drinks at the bar and we blacked out.
And it was on a Friday and we both had worked that day.
That's true.
I had a very early meeting down at the office, which is like an hour away. So I don't think I got a lot of sleep. I normally don't eat very much while I'm working. I'm just building up excuses here. So I think that I think that my system was not prepared for even a few cocktails.
I was going to say, it sounds like it was really smart to have alcohol with all these excuses.
Just trying to build my defense here. So, but it was fun. It was really fun.
It was. And I got my phone back.
Yep. It all's well that ends well.
Yep.
Quite the night.
Apparently.
I wouldn't know. Okay, so we're going to talk about superstitions.
Super.
Yes. So I found the definition of superstitions to be just a solid roast of people who believe in them.
Oh, okay.
So I thought this was pretty delightful. So in Merriam-Webster, which we all know is a dictionary, the definition for superstitions, they give 3 different definitions. A belief or practice resulting from ignorance,
nice,
fear of the unknown,
okay,
trust in magic or chance, or a false conception of causation. Or an irrational, abject attitude of mind towards the supernatural, nature, or God resulting from superstition.
I was just going to say, can we look up one thing? Can we find the definition of religion and compare?
Sure.
If it's the exact same thing.
Let's do it.
Because that pretty much sounds like the exact same thing to me.
I want to see what that is.
Live Googling.
Oh, they're being polite. An organized system of religious attitudes, beliefs, and practices. Well, how does that help you? Because then you'd have to know what religious means.
Exactly. You can't use a word to define itself. Come on, Merriam. Or Webster, whoever the fuck.
Commitment or devotion to a god or gods. System of beliefs.
Okay.
But we know what they're on.
I would say that their definition for superstition fits.
Yeah.
I could do a little copy paste there.
Well, then the 3rd definition is a notion maintained despite evidence to the contrary.
Again.
Which is religion.
Again.
Yeah. So basically, superstition is a belief that certain actions, objects, or rituals can influence outcomes without any scientific evidence.
Right.
So if you think that throwing salt over your shoulder will affect the outcome of something without any proof, that's kind of what it is. You are told that you should do something like knocking on wood or whatever, and you don't have any proof that it will work.
Right.
But you're just like, well, I should do it just in case, right?
I mean, what does it hurt?
Exactly.
To avoid the cracks.
Yeah. On the sidewalk?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? Like you step on the crack, you break your mother's back? God, that is
terrifying
rough to tell a child.
Terrifying. Also, if you like walk under a ladder, isn't it like 7 years of bad luck or something?
Yeah, and I think that's what the mirror one is too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it always 7 years?
I don't know, but that's a long time. One of us just dropped a mirror a few minutes ago.
Who left the mirror on the bed?
What? Why is that a problem?
Because that's where it slid off of.
I guess it was kind of close to the edge.
There you go.
Sorry. Okay, so it would have been a group effort if it had broken, and then we could have split it.
3.5 years each.
Yeah. Yeah, but luckily, and like I saw it on the ground and I was like, oh God, we're doing the superstitions episode. It was not broken, so we're good. Good luck only for us going forward.
Mm-hmm.
Starting today would be good.
Are you going to talk about birds shitting on people?
I wasn't going to.
Okay.
But we can talk about that.
Okay.
Well, that's just it's supposed to be good luck, right?
Yes, but I have a theory that was just invented to make people feel better about the fact that they got shat on by a bird. Because there's no, like, in what way would that be good luck other than, like you're in shit just fell from the sky and landed on you, which is, like, the most unlucky thing that could happen.
Yeah.
So much bird shit falls from the sky every single day and does not land on a human, and yet you were placed right underneath this bird's flying shit, and it landed on you. And so to make you feel better, someone was just like, that means you're gonna have really good luck now.
I feel like that's like when
bullshit.
They tell people that if it rains on your wedding day, it's good luck. It's to make you feel better.
Exactly. It's a total lie. It's a complete fabrication just to make people, like, not feel bad about that. It's like the runner's high. That shit's not real. That's totally made up.
I wouldn't know because I've never run far enough to, because you have to push through, like, all the pain and the difficulty, and then you get the runner's high.
Sure.
I've never pushed through.
No,
I've always been like, I'm having a really bad time. I'm going to stop.
No, it's not real. Yeah. People say it so that you'll keep running to try to get to it. It doesn't happen.
Okay.
There's no way.
Well, now I will never try.
There you go.
Not that I was trying.
You're welcome.
Do you remember on the Ricky Gervais podcast when Carl told the story about the bird pooping on his ear, and then he said that he felt like it was, like, corroding his ear?
No.
He felt like it was, like, eating away at his ear.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. I swear he's the funniest person who's ever lived. Like, he's
not on purpose.
I love him so much. Okay. So I say this at the beginning of every single episode. I have some history to go over. Should have just named this podcast, like, Victoria's going to talk about some dumb shit that happened a long time ago.
And there will be death. Yep. Called it.
I was going to have a different closing segment today.
Okay.
And then I realized, because I was so excited about it, because it had a little bit to do with superstition. And I was like, I can tie it all in and it'll be great. And it's this, like, really fascinating story. And then I realized that the whole story is about death. But it's technically a positive story.
Yep.
It just starts out rough
all the time. Yep.
It's like a revenge story.
Okay.
And you're really, really excited that it worked out. It's a good story, but I was like, oh, there is so much death in this. So I'm going to talk about something else at the end. I think you'll be pleased.
Okay.
Anyway, it's my go-to, you know? Okay.
I love that you're in black and I'm in white right now. Like, I just like to talk about death. Okay.
Memento mori.
Okay.
That's what Mr. Man told me.
Okay.
Mr. Man was my Latin teacher. That would have sounded weird without context. Okay, so basically superstition thrives when people don't know anything about science.
Yep.
When they can't explain things. Also when life feels unpredictable. So, for example, when the plague comes to town and when there is war, or when there are things like infant mortality, you can't explain it.
Right.
And again, it's kind of the same thing with religion. You need something to blame.
Yep.
So with superstition, you blame the devil. And yeah, you have all this anxiety about things that you can't control. So you just, like, make a bunch of shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the history part. This can be fast. I don't know why I keep saying that. So in Mesopotamia and ancient Egypt, they would have illnesses and bad crops and just, like, natural disasters. They would blame it on the gods. And the gods were angry, apparently, like all of the time.
Yeah.
And they were vengeful and spiteful, which wouldn't you just stop believing in a god like that after a while? Wouldn't you be like, well, it sounds like you don't like us and you killed my baby, so I don't really like you.
Well, I don't think the belief is what's giving them the power to, you know what I mean? It's not like Tinkerbell where you have to like clap your hands or whatever and believe in order for fairies to exist. I think they thought that the gods are there no matter what.
No matter what.
I'm not going to like praise them or honor them,
sure.
But I do believe that they're there and that they're fucking shit up.
I mean, that makes sense. I feel like it would be so much easier to just be like
ancient Egyptian impression.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think these guys are fucking shit up.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Thanks.
Well, you also worship your cat, so you basically are an ancient Egyptian.
Yeah.
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 In ancient Egypt, actually, superstition was like an important part of society. It was organized.
Kept people in line.
Yeah. It was not some like fringe weird belief. And then also part of them mummifying pharaohs and burying them with all that stuff for the afterlife, like the gold and all of the food and sometimes their servants and or wives. That was because they believed in the afterlife and they were superstitious about like they need all of these supplies,
right?
Or else they won't enjoy the afterlife. In ancient Greece and Rome, so a little bit later, this stuff is starting to sound a little familiar to me. Like sneezing was a sign that your soul was trying to leave your body. Yep. And that's why they started saying bless you. Mm-hmm. Knocking on wood traces back to believing in tree spirits. So if you like wanted good luck, you would knock on a tree. And then maybe the spirit would help you out.
The Keebler elves. The original tree spirits.
Yes. Were we just talking about the Keebler elves the other day?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, why wouldn't we be?
Yeah.
They're still culturally relevant.
Those cookies are good, right? Are they soft bake?
Keebler makes a lot of different cookies.
I'm just thinking of the little chocolate chip ones. Anyway. Oh, what I wouldn't do for a cookie. Okay. And then also, have you heard this, that the the Greeks, I almost called them the Grecians. The Greeks and the Romans believed in omens related to birds. So like if they were planting a field of grain and they saw like some crow flying in circles, they'd be like, this is bad luck. And they would like take all their seeds and run inside and be like, well, I have to reschedule for next week. But then if they saw, I forget which bird was good luck. I think like a hawk or something. If they saw a different bird, they would be like, this is a sign of good fortune. And then they would run out to the fields and be like, we have to plant everything now. Have you heard that?
No.
Okay, well, there are stories. I like could have looked up a specific one, but I remember that there are stories of literal wars being postponed because they would see like a specific bird in the sky. Wow. Like they'd be like marching off to war and then they'd see a bird and be like, never mind. And like big U-turn back to the village.
So if you wanted to win wars back then, you learned how to train birds.
Yeah. Yeah. I really do think that we should start training crows.
Yes. I've been trying. They fucking won't come. I put out blueberries for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then they just like shriveled up.
Oh. Nobody
ate them.
Well, there is.
And the leaf blower guy came and blew them away.
I'm so over the leaf blowers.
Oh my God.
That needs to stop.
Oh, another topic we could talk about at some point is the fucking roof being redone on the apartment building next door for a solid week.
Yeah. Well, actually this morning, because last weekend when we didn't record because of the phone debacle, they were working on the roof that day. Mm-hmm. And then this morning, we knew we were going to record today. And I woke up and I saw some guys, they brought a truck and they were like loading things into the truck because I guess they finished the roof, so they were taking their supplies away. But when I saw the truck, they were kind of shifting things around, and they pulled a few things out, I think, just to rearrange. And I was like, oh my God, they're dropping off more supplies. They're going to work today. I was like, how are we going to record?
Yeah.
This is not a soundproof booth. Right. Like, what are we going to do? We should get some of that stuff. Anyway, okay. We are currently recording. I'm getting distracted. So Rome was really into this stuff. They had official state diviners. Diviners.
Sure.
People who like would read these signs. Do you remember in Harry Potter they had like divinity class? Is that what it was called? You didn't read Harry Potter, did you?
Saw the movies.
Not as good. Good, not as good.
Okay.
Oh, that first movie is great, though. Okay, anyway. So in medieval Europe, superstition became tied to Christianity because the church did not like superstition because they thought it was like a pagan thing.
But people, competition.
Well, yeah, people wouldn't stop doing it. So it was like, well, if you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah.
So the church was like, well, now this is part of what we do.
If you see any bird in the sky, give money to the church.
Honestly, probably. So instead of having local gods, they had saints. And then instead of having charms and like little relics and stuff, they would have like statues of saints and Jesus and so on and so forth. And then instead of potions, they just had holy water.
Yeah. It's an all-in-one, all-purpose product.
A potion sounds like more fun, though.
Works on windows, wood, plastic, concrete.
Plastic in medieval Europe.
I'm just saying in general. It works on any surface.
Yeah. What do you think the potions weren't like food though, right? Or what? Do you think you would drink it? It was like a smoothie. Is a potion just a smoothie?
Yeah, I thought potion was just like medicine.
But do you drink it?
Yeah.
Probably doesn't taste very good though.
Did anything back then?
No.
There you go.
Okay. Problem solved.
It was back when they just had fruitcake and that was it.
Oh, God. But without sugar.
Yep. It's the sweetest thing you got.
That makes me so sad. Okay, so this was also before people knew about germs. And like I said earlier, when the plague rolled into town, you had to find an answer somewhere.
Yep. Couldn't be that I need to wash my hands.
Right. It's
gotta be that I stepped on the left side instead of the right side of the sidewalk.
Yeah. So it was
after touching a dog. I don't know.
After touching a dog. I mean, if they didn't like dirty things.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's not like people were giving their dogs
walk on the left side of the sidewalk after touching a dog. Fucking crazy.
So
they the plague.
They thought that diseases were punishments from God for whatever behavior.
Not knocking on wood.
Exactly. They started doing weird things like they had plague charms.
Oh.
And they would have prayers.
Did that lead to plague friendship bracelets?
Have you ever seen those photos? Not like a photograph, like an illustration of the plague doctors where they have the they make this mask
helmet thing.
With like the long like beak thing. Mm-hmm. Aren't they so creepy?
Yeah.
Can you imagine being like 7 years old and having the fucking plague, like the bubonic plague, like the black fucking death, and then you're just in your like scratchy straw bed in your little hovel that you live in with your 17 siblings and your parents who are 32 and close to death, and then this fucking guy comes in with this like beak mask, and then he just throws some herbs on you and like recites some. I would just be like, just take me now.
Yeah,
just end this.
How tall is the roof? If I jumped off, would that do it?
Well, I think people were really short back then, so and I can't imagine they had 2-story buildings, so. You might sprain an ankle.
Damn it.
Yikes. Okay. Okay, the other thing is that if you were concerned about something bad happening and you did something like throwing salt over your shoulder or knocking on wood and the bad thing didn't happen, then you just had to do that for the rest of your life because you're like, well, it worked once.
Oh, right.
Right? I mean, it's, football. Dudes do that with football.
Oh, I was just going to say, like, I'm sure that that'll be one of the things you get into is like sports superstitions of like, if I don't wear these shorts on game day, they're going to lose.
Yeah. I mean, that was not in my notes. I just thought of that with my brain right now, like a smart girl.
Nice.
But yeah, that's kind of the same thing.
Yeah. I have to wear this for my team to win.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they won't run as fast if I'm not wearing this old pair of gym shorts.
They totally know what you're wearing.
Exactly.
On your couch.
Exactly.
At home.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so there's some stuff in here that's a little bit on the dark side. Surprise, surprise. I've actually talked about some of these things already in our witch
happy
episode.
In our Everything's Great episode where we talked about only happy things. I already covered all the death.
Okay, so I did like a Salem witch trials episode. And so we've already talked about these things. Basically, it's just that like people don't trust women because apparently we are shady and
that's right,
conniving and whatever.
Yep.
So if anything bad happened, they would just like blame it on the nearest woman.
Mm-hmm.
I think that makes them seem kind of stupid, but that's not up to me. So, did you know that milk curdling, like if you have milk and it curdles, did you know that that was the sign of the devil?
I'm vegan, so
yeah. If your almond milk ever goes bad,
sure.
I feel like that would smell horrible.
I'd be like, Satan in the other shelf.
Satan. Do you like that stuff?
I've never really tried experimenting with it much. Actually, wait.
Is that the really
Satan is the one that
compact?
I actually tried to make that once, and I didn't like how it turned out.
It's super dense, right? It's like
it's chewy. It's the wheat gluten one. Seitan is the wheat gluten meat alternative.
I remember in college, I think it's because I was on a budget. I was trying to eat a lot more like vegetarian and vegan food just because it was like cheaper. And I remember buying that stuff and ugh.
Yeah.
No.
Seitan and tempeh I need to get more into.
Oh, maybe it was tempeh.
Did you buy it at Trader Joe's? Because they sell the tempeh.
Yeah.
Okay, then that was tempeh.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I did.
Super hard.
Yes.
Yeah, that's tempeh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seitan is like squishy.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then I bought tempeh, and I had a lot of regret.
Yeah.
A lot of regret there. I tried like frying it.
I have a couple of recipes that use tempeh, but it's not just like you use tempeh in it. It's not.
Oh no,
like
this was
fried
like
tempeh or something.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was like you just eat the tempeh, and if you can season it or cook it in some way, I mean, it comes pre-cooked, but if you can like do something to it. So I remember frying it, but I think I put so much like butter on it. I was like, at this point, because I was trying to make it taste good.
Yeah.
And I was like, at this point, I just need to be eating chicken. Like, why am I doing this to myself?
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird. I did some weird things.
I just wouldn't
in my day.
Butter tempeh, but
I just wanted it to not taste the way that it tasted.
Okay.
And butter is delicious.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay.
I don't know how to cook fucking compact it. What even is it? You stick some beans in a trash compactor? I think of it as a meat
alternative, and so I wouldn't, if I was cooking meat, just be like more butter so it tastes good.
I was also
add, like seasonings or something.
I'm sure I dumped salt on it.
Okay.
I was 20 and rather stupid.
Like a paprika or something.
Oh, I don't think I heard of paprika until a few years ago.
Okay.
No. I'm from Virginia. We don't do that stuff.
Okay.
During the Enlightenment, have you heard of the Enlightenment?
No.
It was...
Is that a brand of mints?
Enlightenment meant.
Ah, gotcha.
It was when people were getting more into science. It was when, the astronomers were doing their thing. People were turning to science as opposed to just religion. And they were trying to promote reason.
Fact over fiction.
Yes. There you go. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And they also were becoming skeptical of things like superstition.
Why?
Things that didn't have any evidence behind it. So at this time, superstition did not disappear. It just kind of went out towards the fringes. People just kind of became a little bit quiet about it.
Gotcha.
A lot of people who are superstitious aren't super open about it.
Say aren't superstitious.
It always comes back to The Office.
People that aren't superstitious aren't superstitious. They're just
a little stitious.
Somewhat superstitious.
But I think that people, it's not embarrassing to say something and then be like, oh gosh, knock on wood. Like, no one's embarrassed to do that.
Yeah.
But most people...
That's more of a playful thing as opposed to like...
I still do it because I'm one of those people who's like, there's no harm in doing it just in case it works. But most people don't go around like, I don't know, all the little rituals that people do. You don't really see that very often. Like, I feel like it is kind of a thing that people keep quiet. Not that it's anything to be ashamed of. Like, I don't think people are stupid if they're superstitious. It's just... I think because of this phase during the Enlightenment when science became like prominent over religion and over superstition, I think even over the last few hundred years, it's kind of stayed that way where people are kind of quiet about it.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of them that are like obviously harmless, and a lot of them are surrounded around like events or something. Like I'm thinking weddings, like you can't see the bride in her gown before she walks down the aisle, or like you can't see the bride the night before the wedding day. It's bad luck. And like you were saying, like rain on your wedding day is good luck. It's a lot of times they're just surrounded around like things like that. And it's not necessarily something that would, like the throwing salt over your shoulder is if you spill the salt. So like it's not stuff that's happening on a daily.
Yeah.
I feel like superstitions are kind of adjacent to conspiracy theories.
Okay.
And that there's also like that element of there's not evidence to support this, but I believe it. Like, some people do hide that they're a little bit superstitious, but I feel like that kind of stuff would more be hidden if it was like a conspiracy theory of like, I have to do this because the aliens will hear me or something like that.
The aliens will hear me.
Well, yeah, like
listening?
little things that you could, I have to, if I don't, I guess this all gets tied into like OCD too. Like if I don't touch the light switch 3 times before entering, you know what I mean? Like there are people that have, I feel like this all can kind of get wrapped up together.
That makes sense. I didn't really think about that, but I think that makes sense.
Like the more paranoid you are in general, the more you're going to believe in superstitions. Yeah. And some people just do the superstitions like you and I were talking about, where it's like, well, why not knock on wood? It doesn't take, and it's like a harmless little thing that you do after you say something that you really hope happens or doesn't happen or whatever. Yeah. But there are people that go crazy over it. Like I remember hearing Drew Barrymore talk about how she used to be super superstitious.
Oh, really?
Extra superstitious. And she was like, if I like said something where I had to knock on wood and I was in a place like a gym where there was no wood, I would leave the building to go find a place that had wood.
Wow.
To knock on it.
Wow.
So some people do take it a little far. Like, I think the thing, if there's no wood around, you just kind of like knock your head or something. I was just going to say,
I actually think that it is so cute when people do that because it's so self-deprecating, but it's just like a silly little thing.
Yeah.
I love when people do
like
that.
That's what I'm talking about. It's just you're doing it because it's like
it's just what you do.
It's a silly little ritual that we do as humans that probably doesn't mean anything, but if it whatever, like it's harmless. I'm not going to leave a facility to go to another facility to find a thing of what I'm just going to like knock on my head. It's not doing any harm to anybody. So it's kind of like a why not, and it's a cute little thing, but people can take it a little too far.
Yes.
As anything.
Correct. That's very fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So Benjamin Franklin, did you know?
Uh-oh.
This is very silly. Do you know his parents' names?
No.
Okay. His mother's name was Abia Folger. I might be saying that wrong.
Okay.
Abiah. Abia. His father's name was Josiah Franklin. His parents' names were Abia and Josiah.
Josiah Abia.
Yeah.
That'd be a perfect, like, first and last name.
Yeah,
Josiah
their
Abia.
names rhymed.
Yeah.
And then they named their kid Benjamin, which is like, that's kind of plain, right? I mean, I think Benjamin is actually a very nice name. I really like that name.
Benjaya.
But, yeah. Why is it Benjamin? Why Benjaya would make more sense.
Zendaya.
I thought it was Zendaya.
It's Zendaya, but Zendaya would fit better with
I feel like I hear people say Zendaya though a lot.
They're wrong.
They're just saying it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How does she say it?
Zendaya.
Okay. But here's the thing.
Wouldn't you rather have day in your name than die in your name?
Yeah. I think that we should call people by the name the way that they say it. Mm-hmm. Except, okay, Rihanna calls herself Rihanna. Did you know that?
Does she?
Yes.
Because I heard
Does she?
What's her name?
Every single time I've heard her say her name, she says Rihanna.
Jenna Ortega called her Rihanna recently at something, and people were like, oh, she's actually using her name properly. But I saw A$AP Rocky on something, and he's like, well, she's Rihanna, so... Like, her partner calls her Rihanna. So that's why I'm like, I've never heard her say her name is Rihanna. I've only ever heard Jenna Ortega call her Rihanna.
I've heard her
But I
say
heard
that.
A$AP Rocky call her Rihanna.
Well, maybe she's started to say it differently, but I have seen so many interviews where she calls herself Rihanna. And I'm like, I love you so much, but I'm not going to do that.
It's Steve Buscemi.
Shut the fuck up.
No, it is. Like, because I think a lot of times...
Oh, because it's like Italian.
When it was, Hassan Minhaj instead of Hassan Minaj. Like,
okay, well, that
people just started saying his name that way, and he just never spoke up about it. And then one day was like, hey, so my parents are over there in the audience listening to you pronounce my name wrong. Can I just set this straight? And then like said this whole thing where he was like, this is how you actually say my name. It's just that no one has ever said it properly. So I think there are people that just like, I'm sure Steve Buscemi, when he first started out, was just like, yeah, whatever, say my name however, can you hire me?
Yeah.
You know? And then eventually they get to a point where they're like, well, actually, this is how you pronounce my name.
Maybe just say that the very first time someone says it wrong, though.
But that's what I'm saying. He couldn't afford to, because then they would just be like, he's difficult to work with.
Oh, I thought only women were called that.
No. I think it happens to I mean, like anyone that's not a white male, I think that would happen to.
White men. Benjamin Franklin was a white man, and he believed that dreams...
Syphilis was for everyone!
Yeah, and that it should be spread at quite the clip around Paris. He believed that dreams were prophetic, and he used folk remedies. So he was like a little witch out in the woods gathering herbs. Did you know that about him? I didn't know that.
His little key on his kite and his cauldron and his...
What a weirdo.
Little bald head and his...
Yeah.
Pudgy little waistline and his syphilis-ridden genitals and his...
What a man.
Yeah.
You know, the weirdest thing to me about Benjamin Franklin is that he was so powerful and so respected and so well known, and then he was just never president. Don't you think he easily could have run for president and won?
Yeah.
That's so weird to me about him. What a weirdo. Okay. Anyway, What's
this episode about?
Here's a stupid fact. Did you know that in medieval Europe, they put animals on trial?
I'm sorry. Can we start doing that again, please? I can think of no better use of our court system. That's the next episode, the next season of Jury Duty. I'm sorry.
Yes. I think they're making another season.
They are. And I really want it to be that. Oh my God. That's awesome. You know what that reminds me of is What We Do in the Shadows, when Laszlo reveals that he used to be a bearish on the Queen's court.
Oh yeah.
And they're showing like all the paintings and stuff of him being a lawyer throughout the centuries, and he mostly defended various farm animals. And it shows like a pig on the stand, and he's there like questioning the pig.
Yeah.
Oh my
God.
God.
So my
amazing
very next note is that in France, Switzerland, and Italy between the 1300s and the 1600s, they put animals on trial because they believed that animals could commit crimes knowingly. And the first example is that pigs were executed for murder. So they would need a lawyer.
For
like,
murder?
If a pig like charged at someone and like killed them, they would be put on trial.
Pigs were murdering people?
Yeah. Pigs are like big and strong.
Okay.
If it turns on you, I think you're in a lot of trouble.
Okay.
Which like, why would you waste time? Like, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be gross or sad, and I know that you're a vegan, but like, if you're gonna kill a pig, just kill it and then eat it. Like, if it tramples someone, just kill it and eat it, and then at least you have food. Why are you wasting time sending it to trial? Like, it's not illegal to kill a pig. It's not like you have to get the sentence so that, you know, the verdict and the sentencing.
Because otherwise the pig's family will sue.
Right.
For wrongful death.
Just kill it. I mean, don't kill it, but like, kill it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Rats could be summoned to court. And then
okay, so in Charlotte's Web, when Templeton goes to the fair and eats all of the food.
Yeah.
He then gets put on trial.
And then if an animal didn't show up, it would be held in contempt. So if Templeton couldn't make it to court.
Did they make him raise their right paw? What did the court stenographer have to write down? Squeaks. Oh my God.
Okay, wait.
Humans are so fucking stupid. When I look at people today and I'm like, how did we get this dumb? Our ancestors
We've always
gave
been
us
this
these
dumb.
fucking stupid sheets. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, but one time
I want to see that Law and Order season. I'm sorry.
That'd be so cute. One time a rat did not show up to trial.
Did his family lose the bail bond?
No, listen to this. Listen to this. The rat didn't show up, but then its lawyer argued. God damn it.
It's rat lawyer.
No, it had a human lawyer. Okay.
Oh, okay, sorry.
The lawyer argued that it couldn't come to court because the roads were too dangerous because there were stray cats on the road. So it couldn't risk its life.
Mm-hmm.
And the court accepted that.
And they couldn't get like a rat police escort. They didn't have him in a safe house or a safe drain.
A safe
safe sewer.
Oh my God.
Was there a rat witness protection program? They just put him in the sewer system in a different city and gave him a new name.
Rat Witsuck. Oh my god, I can't. I'm.
Oh my god.
I think we have to be done.
That's my favorite thing I've ever learned on this podcast. I really want that Law and Order. Please, Dick Wolf, if you are hearing this. The police who investigate crimes and the rats who commit them. These are their stories. Dun dun.
Squeak, squeak. Remember how we used to record in the middle of the night and we would get loopy and then we stopped doing that?
Yep.
It is now 1:14 in the morning.
Oh my god.
So
that's what happens.
That's what happens. Closing segment time. Are you excited?
So excited.
Okay.
How much death?
No death.
Sweet.
0 death.
I feel like the closing segment could have just been you telling me about the medieval fucking animal trials. Oh my god. How is that not a show yet? Like, I just don't, a cartoon even.
Yeah.
Animal trials.
All right, well, we've already got the theme song. Okay. Closing segment today. 5 penguin facts.
Yes.
Penguins.
Penguins. Penguins. The penguins?
I need to watch that video again.
Oh my god.
God bless Benedict Cumberbatch. Okay.
Penguins.
Fact number 1. Penguins recognize each other by the sound of their voice, not by sight. So I knew...
I mean, they do look a lot.
They do. I knew that penguins, and I think just birds in general... Oh my god. Are penguins birds? Yes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. They just can't fly, but they are birds. I just had like an almost existential crisis just now.
They're fish. No.
Like, am I about to learn something that's going to throw off my entire world?
I think they put one on trial and they were able to determine.
Just like panicked. Okay, so I know that birds can recognize each other's like songs or whatever. But the way that is phrased, that they can recognize each other by voice but not by sight, that makes me think, can they really not, like if they walk up to each other, if they don't make any sound, can they not recognize each other?
So if one of them lost their voice,
yeah,
because they were out partying,
yeah, they're just staring at each other like, I don't know who you are. That's sad.
Wouldn't it say like they could only recognize each other?
Yeah, okay, so maybe
I feel like if you got close enough you could smell too.
Sure. So maybe the way that they recognize each other, because, you know, penguins hang out in those big crowds, notoriously.
It's a lot easier to find.
Okay, so that is how they actively recognize each other.
If I was lost in a crowd and trying to find you, I would be calling your name, not just like...
Well, you'd be looking for the tall person.
Well, yeah, but what if everyone looks the same and we're all tall peoples?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Then
That's
I'd
a
be
fair
calling
point.
out your name.
Yeah. I think that's cute, though, that they can recognize each other.
That is very cute.
And the mates will call to each other, and then also the parents and the babies, the chicks. It's very sweet.
Oh, babies.
Also, fact number 2. Penguins, I mean, I think everyone kind of knows this. Penguins sleep standing up.
Yep.
I did not know that they take micro naps, which can last just a few seconds.
I think that's called blinking. But okay.
When I was a kid, my dad sometimes used to close his eyes and I would ask him what he was doing. And obviously he was just so tired from, you know, having a full-time job and raising 3 kids. So he was probably just like dozing off a little bit, like, you know, in the living room, watching TV after dinner or whatever. But he didn't want to say that he was falling asleep. So he would say that he was inspecting the insides of his eyelids. And I was always like, oh, that's very interesting. What an interesting adult thing that I know nothing about.
On your inspection? Upon inspection.
Yeah, what's
Are they in fact eyelids?
Last night when you did this.
Do you keep a little log?
Well, remember how I talked one time about all the things my dad lied to me about as a child?
Yep.
That was one of them. really he just wanted to shut out his daughter's persistent questions for just a few minutes.
What are you doing? Imagining any other reality other than the one I'm currently in.
One where I stayed in England and didn't have children. Okay, this one is so cute. Penguins propose to each other by bringing each other pebbles.
Rocks.
Yes. Yeah, little rocks, little pebbles. And there's a breed of penguin called a Gentoo penguin.
And Jet 2 holiday penguin? Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
Gen 2.
Okay. The second generation of penguin.
Sure.
Okay.
Not how it's spelled, but yes.
Okay.
Gen 2. And even after they pair up, like even after they find a mate, they'll continue to bring each other pebbles. And it's like
flowers.
Yeah. Because you got to keep the romance alive.
Yeah.
You got to show that you still appreciate them. Yeah.
This pebble also made me think of you.
Yeah.
And so did this pebble also made me think.
Exactly.
Today, this pebble made me think of you.
Yeah.
That's very cute.
It's very sweet.
It's very cute.
I feel like human men could learn a lesson from that. Did you know that penguin chicks are called brownies?
Oh, no. But that makes sense because they're little brownies.
Yeah, because they are fluffy and brown and round.
Fur. Oh, my God.
Isn't it so
Are
cute?
brownies round?
If you cut them in a circle.
Okay.
Well, I guess that part is not. The point is that they're brown.
They're so cute.
And they're very cute.
And they're fuzz.
Yes. Okay.
I want to pet one.
Yeah.
Baby penguin, I just want to feel how soft the fuzz is.
I bet it's so soft.
I bet they're so furry.
Yeah. Well, because they have to be, because it's so cold.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But they're so cute.
Yeah. They're so cute. I mean, the adults are cute, too. I always thought that emperor penguins were, human-sized. Wait, did you not think that?
What?
No.
Gigantic human-sized 6-foot-tall penguins running around.
Yes.
Waddling back and forth. Oh, my God.
Yes.
That is terrifying. That would be terrifying. Can you imagine a human-sized bird in general?
Well, ostriches are quite large. And emus.
Okay. I guess just because they have such skinny a penguin is fucking built, you know?
Big.
Because they have to have all that fat to survive.
Yeah.
That's why the little ones need the fuzz.
Yeah.
And the big ones don't, because the big ones got a little meat on them. So they're good.
Yeah.
But a penguin, a 6-foot-tall penguin would weigh fucking 350 pounds. That shit could slap a polar bear across the face. Be like, what up, bitch? You're the most dangerous? Uh-huh.
Yeah, the penguins
here
that live in Greenland.
Fuck.
Wait, so when I saw March of the Penguins, which is that documentary from 2008 or something, there were no humans in it. So there was nothing for scale. It was just penguins and snow, and that was it. That was it. And so what else do I have to reference that walks on 2 legs?
Well, was that your only exposure to penguins? Have you never seen I don't know, a storybook or a Christmas card or something where there's a bear and a little penguin and a thing?
None of that is to scale.
A
Christmas card?
What do you mean?
They're not drawn accurately.
Okay, but Santa's not the same size as the children. Yes, it's not exactly to scale, but the things that are large, and that the reindeer are horse size. And the elves are tiny, and there's some scale. It's not exactly scientific, but my God.
I don't know. I just thought.
Do you think a narwhal was a goldfish size?
Oh my God, how cute would that be?
A little toothpick horn?
Imagine if you had a little gold, imagine if an American Dad, Klaus, had a little narwhal friend.
So you thought that an emperor penguin was the size of an actual emperor? Stick a crown on that bitch. Oh my God.
I didn't know. And then I saw another documentary just a few years ago. So I thought that the emperor penguins were human sized for like at least a decade.
Wow.
And then
it's just never crossed my mind once. I've never thought that they were anything other than like these tiny little like 2 or 3 foot.
I thought that they were like between 5 and 6 feet tall.
Jesus
I thought
Christ.
that they were human sized.
That's terrifying.
And then I saw another documentary. I forget what it was, just a few years ago, where there was a person. And yeah,
came up to their knee.
Height difference. There's a height difference there. And I was shocked. It really changed.
I would love to find out if there are any other animals that you were just wildly off the scale.
I'm not just like a fucking idiot.
You're right. Koalas and gorillas are the same size, right? Because I've never seen a koala next to a gorilla. So they're probably the same size.
Okay, a gorilla-sized koala would be horrifying, but a koala-sized gorilla would be so.
Well, that's a baby gorilla.
That'd be so.
That's just a baby gorilla right there. It's adorable.
I guess any animal that you shrink down to be smaller than what we're used to,
yeah,
would be cute.
Can you imagine how big those brownies are? Those little baby penguins.
They're so little.
They're like probably like a foot tall.
Okay, I need to pet one.
Can you imagine picking one of them up and just holding it and being able to pet its fuzz and see its little wings flap?
And it would like chirp at you. Oh.
Then you give it fish.
Yeah, and then it would love you forever.
Mm-hmm. You put it on trial for murder. For being too cute.
Okay. This is the last fact.
Oh, God. We still have another fact.
We have one more. This one actually...
You're like, penguins are actually not as tall as you. Despite popular belief.
Did you know that they're actually only 2.5 feet tall? Popular belief. Despite Victoria's belief. This one is actually creepy. I should not have saved this for last.
Oh, God.
Did you know that penguins have knees?
I think I did know that. Like in their...
Why do you know so much about penguins?
In their thing.
Yeah.
Like...
Uh-huh. Most of the leg is hidden under their feathers, and they have long femurs and knees tucked inside their bodies, and that's why they waddle. Because they can't really like bend their knees.
Gotcha.
Because it's like inside all their stuff. I don't like that. I should have ended on a cute one. Did you know that penguin chicks are called brownies?
That's so cute.
There we go. Problem solved.
The end. No, but like also for you to think that they didn't have knees but were like 6 feet tall. Like the leg length of that means that they're waddling on like 4 foot long straight edge sticks.
Wait, hold on. I didn't really think about... No, never mind. I'm going to stop talking. Never mind.
I've learned so much this episode.
Never mind.
This is a good one.
Oh, my face hurts. Okay. We're done. I'm done with this. I don't want to...
You're like, I'm not taking this abuse anymore. We're ending the episode.
Finished. You can go off to the Dominican Republic.
Yes.
And I'll enjoy peace and quiet with Minnie. So our next episode is going to be about sports teams owners.
Yes.
That will be a Kate episode. It'll be out next Monday.
Yep.
In the meantime, thank you very much for listening and for watching. Our audio episodes are on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Yes.
Totally forgot what I was saying in the middle of that sentence. Our video episodes.
Penguins.
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 I love it so much. And the footage of them like waddling through, and it's so good. I need to rewatch that. There are going to be some people out there who have no idea what we're talking about.
You need to Google Benedict Cumberbatch penguin. That's all you need to type. If you type in Benedict Cumberbatch I guarantee penguin will automatically.
Yeah. It'll auto.
You could probably even do
fill.
Benedict penguin, and you will see the mastery of one of the greatest voiceovers of any. David Attenborough can never die, is all I'm going to say. He needs to keep voicing all of our nature documentaries because the rest of the world is not ready. Apparently, it is fantastic. Well,
Benedict Cumberbatch is such a talented and accomplished actor, and if he can't do it, who can?
Right. He basically pronounces the word penguin 5 or 6 different ways, and none of them is penguin. It's not a British accent. It's literally he tries every iterate, like there's every vowel is in that word except for the vowels that are supposed to be in that word, and some of the consonants just like fall out. Like there's no. It's perfect.
And it's a nature documentary, so it's
highly recommend.
It's not a comedy.
No, it's not trying to be funny. It's something that people have recognized and dragged him for
so
mercilessly, and he totally is just like, I'm afraid to say that word. Like he literally will not say that word. I guarantee any script that he is sent that has that word in it, he is throwing out the window and not doing that film because he is terrified of that word now because it gets the best of him so many times.
Every time.
And it's amazing.
It's so good.
Highly recommend.
He's a good sport, though.
Oh, he's great.
Yeah.
He's great.
Like, Graham Norton played the video and was making fun of him, and he was just like, what are you going to do?
They even did some interview thing when he was promoting the Roses where, like, it's some weird thing where it's like, you have to be on this side or this side. And it's like, would you rather? And then everyone from the cast like chooses what side. And one of them, I forget what the other thing was, but or it was like, or listen to Benedict Cumberbatch try to pronounce the word penguin. And he was just like, everyone, Kate McKinnon was like, wait, what is this? He's like, have you not seen this? Oh, man. And
oh, my God.
Has to explain it.
Did he have to say the word penguin as he was explaining it?
I don't
or was
remember.
He like, the
no, the person that
tall
asked the question said, or here.
He's
like, I just can't. I can't do it. There's the footage. I tried to do it in a nature documentary, and
I can't do it. That's his one weakness.
English is his first language.
Yeah. He is famously an English lad. So that checks out. Oh my God. Oh, sweet Benedict. We love him. We love him so much. Okay. Forget what I was saying here, but you can watch our videos on YouTube.
Yep.
I think that's probably where I was.
Sure. Or Spotify.
I feel like we've been recording for like 9 hours. Okay. You can find us on social media at Everything's Dumb Pod. We have TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You can subscribe or follow or like or
comment or
message or
just write the word penguin.
Yeah.
Or try to spell it how Benedict says it.
The way that he says it, there are a lot of W's involved.
Yeah, there's no G.
Penguin.
Penguin. Penguin. Penguin.
Okay.
It's worth a watch.
It's amazing. Okay, we're going to wrap this up because it is almost 2 a.m.
Yay!
And your girl is sleepy. Okay, thank you so much. We will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.